All right, this is finding the transverse abdominis. We're going to break it up into the lower section and then the upper section, and then we're going to combine the two. Now, when we are finding this muscle, we do not want any spinal movement. So we don't want any flattening of the low back or any crunches. We just want a flattening and ideally a uniform flattening of the whole abdomen. At first, it won't have tension to it. Like, it won't be hard. It'll still be soft and squishy because the muscle's so weak. But eventually, you'll be able to flatten, and then there'll be also tension and hardness. So don't use the hardness as your measurement of success at first. It's just the flattening that is the measurement of success. We are completely avoiding push out and only wanting flattening. So we want the stomach to go away from your hands toward your spine. So for the lower section first, one finger in belly button, the rest of the fingers on the lower abdomen from belly button to pubic bone. You're going to take your big deep breath in, let everything go, breathe all the way around and down. And then as you exhale or breathe out, you're going to flatten lower belly and bring belly button toward the spine. If it wants to head downward, like toward your tailbone, then stop before it heads downward. That's why we've got a finger in there to monitor that. You also might find that if you kind of give it 110%, that at the very end you want to push out. So stop before that as well. All we want is an exhale, breathe out, flatten lower belly, belly button to spine. That is it. That's lower transverse abdominis. Then for the upper, you're going to take your hands on the outside of your rib cage. The upper portion narrows or closes the rib cage. So take that big deep breath in, breathe all the way around and down. And then exhale. As you exhale or breathe out, bring the two sides of that rib cage together. If you have rib stiffness, after you use muscles to bring it together, you can force close it with your hands to try to get your ribs to move more. Inhale all the way around and down. Exhale, narrow or close the rib cage. The 2 points on either side of the ribs are coming together. Inhale, breathe all the way around and down. And then exhale, narrow or close. 2 points come together. Now, we then want to pair the two together. The lower portion's always going to be the weakest link. So we're going to activate the lower portion entirely first, and then we're going to add on whatever you can of the upper or narrowing without any push out of the lower. So inhale, let it all go. Exhale, flatten lower belly, belly button to spine. Dig your fingers in a little bit to be really sensitive to any push out. And then narrow or close that rib cage as much as you can without any push out. That is your transverse abdominis activation. This is what you're going to load with the exercises that I give you, if I have, or I will, that you're loading that contraction or that activation without any push out. Always monitoring for the push out. So inhale, let it all go. Exhale, flatten lower belly, belly button to spine, then narrow that rib cage, push, dig those fingers in so that you're sensitive to when they get pushed out. There is your activation. So for the exercises that you're going to be doing that activation before you do the exercise. Dig your finger in, do the movement, like I'm doing a head crunch right now with what you can do, no push out. And then between each rep, reset entirely. Inhale, breathe all the way around and down. And then exhale, flatten lower belly, belly button to spine. Narrow the rib cage, dig the fingers in. No spinal movement, no push out. And no clenching the butt if you can.